One of my favorite pasta recipes is penne alla vodka. And today I'm using what's recently become my favorite marinara sauce. It's called dell'amore. Let's talk about our ingredients. Very simple. We're starting with our penne. Now this has already been cooked. Follow the package instructions. I like it al dente, so that 10 minutes for perfect al dente penne. And I like to put some butter, about a couple of tablespoons, and toss it up a little bit. And then we have our trilogy over here of our olive oil, our garlic, and our onions, the base of this dish. And I'm adding a little bit of butter to that, make it nice and rich. And then we're adding some prosciutto, adds another level of flavor. Of course, we have our vodka. There's a touch of cream. And at the end of the recipe, we're going to use our grated Reggiano Parmesan cheese. And I'm using my favorite ready-made marinara sauce. So let's get started. We're going to start out first with our olive oil and our butter. Now we have our freshly grated garlic, and you can add your onions at the same time. Let's get those in there. Very good. Okay, let's let that get a little bit brown, and then we'll go on to the next part of our dish. We're a little bit browned here, which means it's time for our prosciutto. That adds such a nice flavor to the dish. As you see, it's nice and chopped. Let's say a dice cut. Now we're going to toss that around, letting those flavors combine, and that aroma is just unbelievable. I wish you could smell this house right now. And now for the sauce. Look at this tomato sauce. It's beautiful. And it looks like our flame's a little high, so let's get that down a little bit. We're going to let that simmer just a little bit to let all of those flavors combine, and we'll be back soon. Let's give this a little taste now. Really nice. Lowering that one more time. We're ready for our vodka. Now, a word about the vodka. You want to use a really good vodka for this. Anything you add in your recipes, it's all about the ingredients. So I would use a nice vodka for this recipe. You don't want to skimp on that. It really does impart a flavor. Now we just want to let that cook off just a little bit. Keeping an eye on the pan. You know, when you see that simmer stop, you know, obviously you have to bring it up. Sometimes when you add an ingredient, it kind of cools the sauce a little bit or changes that heat distribution, so you sort of have to play with it. Now the cream. Not too much. We're going to mix that in. And this is what gives us the pink sauce. Now, once you have the cream in, it really doesn't need to cook. This is not a long cooking sauce. Okay, let's let that catch up a little bit, and we'll be right back to finish off the sauce. We're going to taste it one more time. Ah, perfect. We're going to shut the flame, mix in our fresh chopped parsley, and again those oils are just going to merge in the dish and just really give it a nice level of flavor. And without the flame going, now I'm going to finish it off with our Parmigiano Reggiano. And that's it. We're going to mix it up. Once you get it going, it really cooks kind of quickly, and we're ready to put it with our penne and finish off the dish. So we have our finished sauce, we have our penne, and I'm going to add just a little bit of pepper. Now I didn't use salt because it really doesn't need it. So we are good with that. And that's one of the things, when you use a ready-made sauce, the salt content tends to be a little bit higher, so you'll find that in your recipes you don't necessarily have to put more in. That's why it's always good to taste. All right, look at this beautiful sauce. It just smells divine. Looking good over here. Let's get that in our finishing bowl. Beautiful. Oh my God, those fragrances, I have to tell you. I'm gonna put a little more sauce on that. And of course, we're going to add just a little extra cheese, and I like to keep that on the table as well. And there we are, Penne Alla Vodka. Please visit my website, eatdrinkandbake.com, for great recipes. Follow me on social media at Eat, Drink, and Bake. And remember, no competitions here. It's all about great food, easy to follow instructions, step-by-step recipes, and enjoying friends and family eating together, and that's what it's all about.